Hello! Welcome to
our third episode.
Yay! Of Tracy and
Thumbs up.
Tash Talking Spirit.
Yes. And today we're going to be talking about energy.
Ooh, energy. That's a big subject.
Love a bit of energy.
What's all about? What it's all about, eh? What's it all energy about? I can't even string a sentence together. We're screwed. Just want to say that we had to ditch the microphones because for some reason they decided not to work this week. So I apologise for both of us now being tinny and not smooth like Smooth FM.
But we promise we're not recording from the toilet.
No, just pretend that we're in a professional setup.
Like
yeah.
Yes.
So today, energy. It's a big, big subject, like I say, but one that is close to our hearts. Because for me personally, energy is the only way I can explain all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit, soul, psychic stuff. So you go with what feels right for you. This is our explanation of energy. But as this is now more and more investigated, researched by the scientific world, there is, or does appear to be, more proof that energy is a thing. Well, of course it is, we know that. But it's always nice to have the science guys on our side.
Yeah, it's not very often.
No.
So when we do, we embrace it.
We do. Don't ask us to quote anything, though, because we can't retain anything.
And they've probably got a lot of syllables in their words.
Yeah. Words that I've yet to even come across.
Yeah. And hope I don't.
Yeah, that's very true. So we are finding that there is more belief in the world of energy. And I really like the idea of it. So anything that we do here at Talking Spirit headquarters mostly involves energy.
NRG.
Yeah.
And I also feel that a lot of people are feeling it more. And I'm a big believer that after the pandemic, during the pandemic, people were sort of looking within and are starting to feel energy more and picking up energy more.
And I think,
reading it.
Yeah, I think the younger set talk about energy quite easily, and people say, "Oh, I don't like the energy in this room," or "I don't like her energy or his energy." So people are talking about it as a thing.
Yeah, my daughter did a couple of months ago when she was 9, and she just said, "Mum, I couldn't feel her vibe. It wasn't the right vibe, or I didn't like her vibe." And it was when I asked her to explain, she said, "Just it was the energy that this other person was giving. She was giving her or feeling from her wasn't sitting right with her." And I thought, good on you.
Yeah,
go with it. Listen to it.
Her little inner knowing and inner radar picked up about it.
Yeah.
So we often find that we use energy to bring in spirit. We use energy to connect to our clients on a psychic level. We use energy to lift ourselves, so we use energy to heal ourselves. We even use exercises to feel energy, which is one you can all try now. If you've never heard this before, have a go. And if you have, try it again. It is simply the putting your hands together and giving them a rub, as demonstrated by myself right now. Just imagine me rubbing my hands quite ferociously. And then starting to move your hands slowly apart. And you start to feel as if there is some kind of bubble or balloon in between your hands. And what you can do is then try and sort of push into the energy. And you can sometimes feel, if you start to put your hands back together, there is a resistance. And that, my friends, is what we call energy.
You can kind of play around with it, can't you?
Yeah. You can stand in a queue and you can imagine that you have energy around you, which we believe you do. And you can imagine sending that energy out, a bit like a kind of, I don't know, how do you explain it? Like a balloon maybe, or a bubble. And send it to the person in front of you and behind you. And they will, she's mocking me because I'm doing hand movements, and they will be able to pick up that you are somehow in their space.
It's really good to do with partner work as well. So if you've got someone with you, whether it's a parent or a sibling or a friend, And again, rubbing your hands and sort of going to the top of their head, but not touching it as such, and just moving, doing the same thing, moving your hands out, and you can feel the energy there. And then you can ask them to push their energy out or bring it in, and you can feel it going in and out. You can really play around with it there as well.
And often, if you're hovering your hand, above someone's head, feeling their energy, they will think that you have your hand actually on their head, but you don't. You have it on their energy, and they can't tell the difference.
No.
It's really interesting. So give it a go. It was like that thing that people used to do at school, wasn't it? Where you used to put your fingers on top of each other's, like a stacking motion, and then get a chair, and somehow you could float to the chair. I mean, I don't even know how that works.
Oh,
Did you ever do that?
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah, my husband told me about it. You put your fingers in sort of together in two, and then put them on top with your friends. So you stack, and then you lift the chair up, and the chair just goes up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to give that a go.
It is bonkers.
Did you try it?
No, it's my husband who did it.
Yeah, no, but if he told you about it, did you try it? Did you put the theory to the test?
Well, it was only me and him, so one of us would have to be on the chair.
You'd have to have a chair from like a little Barbie house or something like that, a little Barbie chair.
I've got the neighbours around.
Yeah, come over for an experiment.
Yeah, give it a go.
No, your keys don't go in the bowl.
That pampas grass is just for design. Oh, but yes, so there's lots to do with energy. But what we also like to teach is protecting your energy, because I can imagine a lot of you listening are empaths. And if you don't know what an empath is, that is someone who feels stuff quite, I
want to say sensitively.
Yeah.
Because you do. You're generally very sensitive, and you hold onto it and you really feel it, don't you?
Yeah.
And it can be quite overwhelming.
You feel things.
Yeah.
And you feel others, and you feel the energy of the world. But in a lot of the time, people don't know they're empaths. They just suddenly feel sad, and then they don't know why. And it might be because someone just walked past them that is sad, and they've picked it up. They have a kind of sixth sense, don't they?
Feeling the worries and the heartaches, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Just for some.
So empaths and sensitive people will feel energy more, and the important thing is to work with it so that you aren't exhausted. So there are a lot of times where there are people who are carers, they're empaths because they naturally go to work in a role which helps others, and they will give all their energy, give all their time, give all their thought, give all their love, and then just be on the floor. And we all know there's some people out there, God bless them, but vanity.
Oh, that's a beautiful word. What does that mean? Tell us about that, Tracy.
It's a fanagy. It sounds a bit like fanny and energy, but it's not where I was going.
I really hope not. Don't want to be feeling that energy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Energy vampire is actually what I was going to say.
Yeah, or psychic vampires. It's different names, isn't it?
Fanagy.
Each to their own.
I mean, that's a whole new niche to the company, isn't it? So
you can be the fanagy expert.
Energy vampires, they're the sort of people that you spend your time with, and then they suck you dry of all your goodwill after they've moaned and complained about their lot, and you leave feeling like you could just crawl out the door, and they skip out because they have gone.
Their final words are usually, "Oh, thank you so much. I feel so much better now."
Yeah.
And you're kind of sitting there thinking, "I feel like absolute crap."
Yeah.
And you do find a lot of empaths were quite retired a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You know, tired, feel run down, and it's all because we're not protecting ourselves, but we didn't know, or we don't know to do that.
Exactly. You don't know you're giving your energy away.
No.
And some of you might be going, how do I know I'm an empath? Well, because there are a few things that you can kind of tick the box with. Do you find that you can people for a bit and then you need 2 days to recover? So social events you can do, and then you need downtime. Loud places, shopping centres and concerts leave you bewildered. You can feel if someone's saying, so if someone's upset, though they're saying I'm fine.
And you can be really upset that they're upset. It can throw you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I've just told her off for tapping the table with my eyes, and she flicked me the bird.
You're right. Some things I kept...
Well, it's just we went silent as we were mouthing obscenities to each other, love. But exactly, Tash. But don't tap the table because it will really sound on that recording.
You're a control. You're a control freak. I just moved away from the microphone as well. Does that bug you?
Come back. So you might find that you are an empath. So today might bring you to that awareness yourself, and then you've got to also consider your energy.
Yeah. You need to protect it.
So how do you protect your energy?
Well, the most popular way, or the most common way, or the well-used way, is the bubble. Surrounding yourself in a bubble. Just picturing a bubble going around you. Sometimes I even do rose quartz. And if I'm around a person that is a emotional, what do you call them? I use psychic vampire. What did you call them?
Emotional vampire.
Emotional vampire. You can just picture that their energy just bounces off your bubble and goes back to them. And, at times I send it back with love. Other times I sort of send it back with, this is for you to deal with.
Yeah.
But it protects you, and you kind of walk away feeling much better. You're not holding on to everything that they are feeling or what they're trying to give you. Because I do feel sometimes they know that they can pass it on. I really do. I'm a big believer in that.
When I say to my daughter that every time she moans, she makes the air grey.
That's a good one.
Because I really think people, not to say my daughter's an emotional vampire, but there are people that just make the air grey just by opening their mouth.
Yeah. But sometimes they know they're negative.
Exactly.
And they feed off the negativity and they'll say, well, if I'm feeling like this, you can too. Or, it's...
I'm bringing you with me.
Yeah. And it's like, no, this is for you to sort out and for you to deal with.
I absolutely agree. Do you know what mine is? It's nothing as pretty as a bubble. It's a shop shutter. A shop shutter.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it goes like a grey, steely kind of protection.
Yeah.
And you can do what you want, but I am not feeling it.
Yeah.
So bubble, shop shutter.
Yeah.
Not easy to say. Anything that protects you or sets the intention that you're not going to be penetrated by somebody else's.
Sometimes you need just a brick wall.
Yeah.
Just go for the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can do this as a daily thing, just in the shower every morning, put your little bubble up. And that way you're just telling energy, I don't need to feel you. I can. And the other thing is, you don't have to feel someone's energy to empathise.
No.
You can be a good listener. You can be a good person. You just don't have to go there with them.
The thing is, if you're intuitive, if you're an empath, you're intuitive anyway, aren't you? So you'll be, when you're speaking to them, a lot of it will be through intuition. You'll be, giving them great advice or, direction, whatever it is, but you don't need to be holding on to what you just don't need it, because then you've got that and your own, and then it's almost like you're going down a downhill slope from there.
Yeah.
Because I shut right down.
And you feel like you've just been drained.
Yeah.
And another one of my favourites is if someone is wanging on, and I don't mean anyone that is a client, I just mean...
She looked at me.
Oh, God, she just goes on and on. No, she doesn't. But there is always that one person that you do actually slip into a minor coma because they are just talking. And it's not even that you're the person to help them. It's just the fact you're someone. You could have put a cardboard cutout and they'd still go on. Sorry, but there is always that one person in your life.
Yeah.
And for me, I just go to my safe space, which really nicely is a little beach in Cornwall, just on a little bodyboard, and I'm bobbing up and down in the sea, and I'm listening, but I'm not, if you know what I mean, and I'm really enjoying the sea. And I really find that works for me, just some kind of quick escape route. And another thing that I'd love to share is you don't have to feel the world's woes. You don't have to feel all the things, all the disasters, all the crap. One of my favourite affirmations to stop me from feeling it all is, I am not influenced or affected by energy outside of my own. I'll say it again. I'm not influenced or affected by energy outside of my own. And that covers just about everything. So if I'm having a wobble one day and I'm like, hang on a minute, this is not my stuff, I suddenly feel miserable, and yet I was happy drinking my glass of wine, watching TV, I will just repeat that mantra in my head. And I honestly can say I go back to normal. So whatever way it works.
Yeah. And also, I was just shown by Spirit, you're in control of who energy, whose energy you let in and who you don't. Some people have got, and a lot of people have got beautiful energy, and it's so nice to be in their lights. But you might find that if you're in a room and there's one person that is quite draining or negative, I will just imagine that bubble linking me from myself to that person and protecting there, but sitting in the lovely energy coming from the other direction. So you don't need to cut yourself off.
You can bask in the good energy.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I like that. Because there's always someone you meet, you just think, I don't know why I like you, but I could just sit there and rub my hands in front of you like a warm fire.
Yeah, there's some people you just want to hug, don't you? The cuddle.
So your energies and what you give out is actually a choice. Did you know this? So, as let's go back to basics here. If you wake up in a bad mood, then the rest of the day pretty much turns out quite crap. But if you go, right, all right, there's been a couple of things that have irritated me today, shake them off and go, no, today's a good day. I expect lovely things. Just sort of change it with some words, because we always say where intention goes, energy flows. So if you intend for something, it will change. So if I've had a crappy drive to work, I kind of get out the car and shake it off and say, oh, today's amazing. And it kind of gives you that sense of being in control where often we don't. And you can choose to get used to working with energy and really sending it out of yourself. I'm going to go there with the Marilyn. I'm going to go there.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. Go for it.
I was reading. Thank you for those words of encouragement.
You're very
I feel
welcome.
your good energy right now.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Clearly you're not that intuitive, because it's not going to go into you.
The vibe's coming off.
There she goes. Yep.
Leo
Moon, here it comes.
Same old bloody story that she gets out every week.
No, I do like this.
So I read an article about Marilyn Monroe, the goddess that is Marilyn, and she was walking along with someone and wasn't really getting any kind of attention that she would have usually got. And the woman was saying to her, she'd noticed it, so the woman, I think, must have been interviewing her, walking along, and said, oh, how's it feel to be Marilyn? What's it, da-da-da? And the woman, and Marilyn replied with, watch this. And she kind of did this sort of move where she brought out this Marilyn energy, this Marilyn persona. And then all of a sudden, men were like nearly driving their cars into the lampposts and stuff, because it was an energy that she gave out. And I always say the most beautiful people are the ones that have got that inner light, that energy.
Yeah.
So, good news, if you're ugly as sin, you can still be beautiful.
I do not know where to go with that. Because we're all beautiful, Tracy. We're all beautiful.
That's right, Tash, we are. But this is the thing. I find I am really drawn to people that are not traditionally good looking. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in...
Does your husband listen to this?
Well, I selected him because he had kind eyes. I did actually select him. You?
Yeah.
He's like nearly dropped his pipe, bless him. So I do honestly think, and I'm joking about being really ugly and stuff like that, because actually beautiful people can be not so attractive because their energy isn't that great. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's face it, we all have ugly days. We look in the mirror and go, oh my gosh, it's like a potato has some makeup on it. Well, anyway, that's how I feel sometimes. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to change that. I'm going to bring out my inner... I mean, it's gone a bit shallow now, isn't it? Talk about...
I'm just listening. I just want to know where this is going.
Well, what I was going to say is...
now we're all in the bedroom with you, waiting for you to do your makeup. Basking in your energy.
So... I will then go, I'm not having a great day energy-wise. My face is showing that. I'm going to switch on my inner Marilyn light and boom, have that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very shallow way of using energy. But I'm just giving you an example of all the different ways that it can work for us.
And do you know what? When you're going back to the car and, if you've got a bad journey on the way to work, I was one of those ones that just wallowed in my self-pity, and I'm not afraid to admit it. And it would be those days we sort of wake up and something would go wrong. You drop your mug on the floor at a break, and then it would be you catch your sleeves on the door handles or
Always.
that back pocket, and then do you know? And it would just be like, oh well, that's my day. And in my head, it would go, oh well, there we go. Today's going to be crap. This is it. And you set yourself up for that day. But it is just going, do you know what? That's happened, but it's not, like you're saying, I'm not going to let this affect me. It's all going to be positive from now on. And I know this is sort of diversing a bit, but if I'm really in a funk, I'll put more colour on or something like that. So it just helps with the energy.
Yeah.
There's all different ways of doing it, but it is like mindset, pushing beautiful energy out.
Whatever works.
And you do find your own way of working.
Yeah.
I remember, and it is, again, this might be a diverse thing, but, you know, at least I'm not going to be shallow. I'm only joking. My brother's best friend's wife is a stylist, and she always said that if you feel absolute crap, her saying is, feel like shit, dress like gold.
Yeah.
And just, you know, and it is that change in mindset, changes the energy, changes just everything. And it has a ripple effect, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, you do get the people that don't want to change, but then that's just put them in their own little bubble.
Because they get used to that energy and they're frightened to change it.
Yeah.
And actually, if you start exploring your own energy, you will see. Can you stop doing that?
Sorry.
Because that's going to really pick up on there. She's rubbing her own leatherette leggings like a perv.
Not a perv.
Yeah, but you do like I'm rubbing your legs
sensory.
Well, you know what? We don't need to hear it.
No one can.
They can if they're into headphones. All they hear is this noise. After you've tapped the table 6,000 times with your bloody talons.
Well, we went into your bedroom and watched you do your makeup.
Yeah, but that's a nice thing.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Stop touching yourself. Putting out the wrong energy, Tash. I don't know, I've forgotten now.
See what I have to put up with?
Your legging touching was put me off.
Well, listen, God, just shut up. Now, my turn.
Made bloody energy happen touching that. Lot of sparks were coming off them. Be a pleather. No animals were harmed in them, were they? Anyway.
They were not.
So, back to energy. Now I've completely lost my focus.
That was the plan. So, back to me.
If I knew how to edit it, this would look a lot better.
Oh, dear. What were we saying?
Oh, it was about energy, I know that. I mentioned the word energy about 6,000 times in the last minute. I think the thing is, if you can get to know your own energy, and so I would suggest to do that, is to sit in the power. I got it in there.
You got it in there, yeah.
Look, let me put a link for sitting in the power. And for those that don't know, it basically means you connect to your own energy, your own soul. You go under the human side, under the human noise, and trust me, once you get to know your soul, your energy, all this makes so much more sense.
It really does. You'll find you start making a lot of sense to yourself as well.
Absolutely.
How you function, what works best for you.
How important your energy is and what you do with it.
Exactly, yeah. And just another note, you know, when we're talking about, you know, there's people that don't, well, like you're saying, they're stuck in their ways. That's when I like to have that bubble up and send the energy back with love and just hope that something gets them, that love makes a difference. Do you know, difference? It just sort of puts a little kink in their armour. That's
a really good point. For my clients that are in a predicament where they're either trying to get over someone or someone's gotten under their skin.
Yeah.
We all have that. We feel like almost their energy invading our space.
Yeah.
In the sense we can't stop thinking about it, we can't stop thinking about them. I always say it's a good idea to just send them some positive love because it's more for your own sanity than theirs.
Yeah.
I know if I do a meditation that involves sending colour into your life, so say you want to just bring some nice imagery of some uplifting yellow into your life, send it to people you love and send it to the ones you don't, because you are then kind of putting them in a bubble of good vibes, rather than this kind of constant back and forward of I don't like her or that's happened and they're thinking the same about you, and it goes back and forth and back and forth.
It's a way of taking the lead as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's taking away if they are very negative and can sort of put you down or whatever. To me, it feels like taking away some of their power.
Yeah.
And you're taking the lead and making a difference. Because, I mean, there is no excuse for, being unkind and that. But, a lot of these people have a story to tell as well.
That's it. They've got their story. We can't always tell what goes on in their heads, and probably don't want to try.
No.
But you're absolutely right. And then, like I say, to save your sanity, don't give it any more airspace. Just send it some.
And I have to
love.
say, I'm really, really stubborn. And it used to be that, no, why would I want to do that? Like, I'm very stubborn, and I'm very good at just going, no, I've completely disconnected and sort of cut myself off. But I also become very hyper-focused. So if someone sort of upset me, as much as I try and go, right, no, I'm detaching, I'll also keep feeding off the scenario that got us to that point. And I am at the point now where it's like, no, I will send that back. It's got nothing to do with me. And it's sort of finding your own way of working with it and sending back love to them. It is a form of empowerment, but not with an ego at all. And I just feel that I've lost my train of thought because I've just been shown a scenario from what I've been through, which was, I went through a lot for being bullied as an adult. But I feel really happy and I feel really proud of myself. And, looking back to this lady, I sit there and think, well, I really hope that she's learned from this and she's found her way of overcoming anything that she had been through that has caused, her to be, to have done that. And hopefully her energy has changed. And my positivity's had that ripple effect.
Yeah, because it will, won't it?
It really will.
As much as negative does. But I think you're giving yourself permission to not think about it too much. Because like you say, if you have an issue with someone, most of us will then also think about 6,000 other scenarios around that.
Yeah.
What I should have said, where that conversation could have gone, it just sparks.
Oh, yeah, and if I ever bump into them, what would I do?
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Why focus on that? That is a waste of energy.
But you go back there, don't you? So then you make that decision to send them this kind of energy of whatever's going on in your life, I don't need to be involved in it. For the greater good, I wish you well. I'm now disconnecting this.
Exactly.
And it works so well.
Yeah.
And I think that has saved my sanity over and over.
Yeah, and we can move forward.
Yeah. So I often I am quite visual, so I often send colour. And we do this as well with, we talk about sort of ghost busting because we can never find the right word for it, like clearing houses, but we would white light a house, wouldn't we? So we use colour a lot and energy a lot to get a job done. So you can decide you could decide now what colour is your energy, what colour is your soul, because in some respects you won't be wrong because it's your soul. So I know for me that a green suits that. So I always have this beautiful green soul colour that comes out of me. So if I need to cheer up, or if I need to change the energy in the room, or I need to get out of a funny mood, I simply imagine this colour expanding out from my heart, my stomach, my head, and it instantly, through practice, calms me.
Yeah.
Look, I've almost put her to sleep with my lovely green. It's got nothing to do with my words, of course. We have just eaten lunch, so we're a bit sleepy, aren't we?
Yeah, no, but that's it. And then I like to picture like golden light coming through the top of my head as well. So you can use energy to give yourself a booster as well. If you're feeling sort of a bit drained or a bit tired and you're sort of doing the drive home from a shift or whatever, I just picture, or just say to spirit or whatever it is, just picture this beautiful yellow light going through my head right down to my toes, and it just lifts me again and I feel more energized.
Yeah.
So using color, you can use it for so many things, can't you?
Yeah.
Healing, whatever.
And I truly believe that it works. And I think if you believe something works, it will, because you're telling your brain. Your brain sends signals.
Colour's so important. And that's why I'm saying wearing it as well. It can change your mood. And, how do you feel when you wear green? Does it make a difference?
I probably wear it if I need to feel peace.
Yeah. See, for me, green's strength.
Is it?
Yeah. But that again is finding our own meanings, isn't it? And what we...
I think and also, like you say, with the light above your head and that beautiful kind of gold, I was taught once that you can bring that down, this healing gold, beautiful positive energy, almost as if it was humming and vibrating with its power. Bring it into your body, but also let it work on your cells.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
So you can actually, I truly believe this. I mean, I believe this. You can change how you feel. You can change what you focus on, you get more of, basically, don't you? So if you're focusing on health, your cells being renewed, like things in your body working well, then pretty sure that's going to have a positive effect via energy.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go, my life's rubbish, no one likes me. I mean, that might well be the case, but you could start saying, actually, I'm really grateful for that cup of coffee I had this morning in the sun. That was beautiful. You know, you can change your energy, like you say.
Would I really want to go out for coffee with that person? Not really. Do you know? It's sort of things like that. There's always, there is a way of, it is a process though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it is, you know, it doesn't happen overnight. So you don't want to get into that, oh God, nothing's changed. It is I may have mentioned it before, but I sort of see myself as a project. And, you know, as I grow and develop and find myself, I find new ways of working and new things sort of come into play. And I do work a lot with energy, and I'm a big believer in colour as well, changing the energy. Yeah. And it's,
well, that's how we, as I said earlier, work with spirit. We believe they are an energy, a consciousness. So then the intention is that we bring them in and we read that energy.
Yeah.
So, as I said, I can't work out how any of this makes sense without some kind of explanation. And that explanation for me is, guess what it is? Give me an E, give me an N, fill in the gaps, give me it's energy.
I know, but I'm just watching you pull really, really weird faces as you're singing it.
I wasn't convinced I could spell it for a moment.
Yeah, I know. It's like that respect song, you know. And I'm just like...
Yes. You've lost the moment then, haven't you? Yeah.
Totally. I think that's so clever.
Yeah. Spell a word out
and
really.
Sing it at the same time. Be in tune. And have everybody in the palm of your hands dancing. That's talent.
She had good energy. Oh, I
just talk to dead people.
Yeah, I know. I think, can't we just sort of bring in the energy of Aretha Franklin down and just channel her amazing voice?
Yeah.
Whilst on a karaoke session? Probably not.
No.
But this is a big old subject, as I said. So for us, we could talk about this for probably about days and days and days. If you have a burning question about energy after listening to this, pop it in the comments, because we do look at them and we will respond.
Oh, we get really excited when we get comments.
Yes.
We do. We message each other.
Yeah, we like the interaction.
Yeah, definitely. We get really excited and we see where you're from. Yes. We're global now. We've gone global.
I know. And I actually want to give a shout out to the people that have listened to us thus far. Thank you. And you've told us too. And bump into people, go, oh, listen to your podcast. And sometimes it's just left with a silence afterwards, which probably shows they didn't quite enjoy it. Or you get someone go, I loved it, you really made me laugh, or so-and-so. So do you know what? We love talking about spiritual things.
And we love talking.
And we love sharing. So, and we love people interacting with us too.
Yeah, we do.
And we're also very excited because we got a new catchphrase.
We have. Thank you very much, Nina.
Nina, you rock. We're going to try it out now.
Love you, Nina.
But I'm going to get my chimes.
Right, she's got her chimes. We've even got our names next to who says what bit, which I shouldn't have said. We could have been really professional, but I've just ruined that.
I think it's highly unlikely we'll be very professional.
Yeah, true. So what chime have we got today, Tracy?
Blue Moon. I think I've used that thrice now.
Oh, it makes me want to sing Blue Moon. It's that your winter one, isn't it?
Yeah, listen to that. And so this is us.
She's got an M&S voice on.
Every time.
And this is it reminds me of a scene from Annie. You know when they do the radio? When they're looking for Annie's parents? No. Okay. Anyone else? Brilliant. Right, let's carry on. I was so close to not having to go off track.
I mean, you did it spectacularly, though.
Well, thank you very much, you know.
Keeping it real. So this is the chimes to signal the end of the podcast. And here, we will now treat you to this amazing, well-rehearsed catchphrase.
So, stay curious.
Stay magical.
And stay tuned
for the next episode of Talking Spirit Podcast. Oh, I do like
dun,
that.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, true. Stay curious.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
We will see you in a couple of weeks' time with our next subject to be revealed at the time of recording.
Oh, dear. Brilliant. Take care.
Have a wonderful day. Wonderful.
I mean, what was your other word you made up?
Fanny or something, wasn't it? Fanny vampire?
I would say I'm rubbing off on you, but it's probably the wrong way you said. But I always get tongue-tied. Anyone that knows me, I always get my words wrong.
Oh, you do surprise me. You're going to touch your leggings now. We've talked about fannies.
No.
Right then. Rub your legs a bit.
What's my shin got to do with that?
Goodbye.
On that note, see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.